Islam. It is Islam Street, Dwayne Baffler Bay. Islam. I'm Ron Arrington-Bey, your wife. Islam, a Moorish American Nation and Family. It is February the 2nd, 2022. I'm just getting off work. I'm not just. I get up. My schedule was from 10 to 4, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. See, this is Burger King again. Okay. See, Burger King. I don't know if you can. Hopefully, you can see it. Okay. Imani is probably have already left. There's Wendy's. The Sons and Earth building, if you can see, has not reopened since the tornado. So I don't think it's going to open. But I'm going to start off with my duties. First let me say this. Around Extended Stay America, there's still a black, Negro, female, and male accent around the room saying brother. The black, Negro, female accent starts talking when Imani maybe is coming out the shower like it's deranged or some form of an animal. And the black, Negro, African American accent sound the same. Like it's deranged, some form of a disease, rabid animal. Like you hear about rabid dogs and wolves, that's exactly what they sound like. When you're dealing with animals that are in the United States jurisdiction, animals, literally filthy bred, disease, abomination animals, you cannot reason with them. Animals. So that's the difference between Moorish American, and an African American that's unclean, unnatural, disease, and abomination. I have never heard of a Moorish man stalking, begging to marry a black, Negro female. I have never in my life heard of a Moorish man begging, stalking to marry a black, Negro female ever in my life. But I've heard of black, Negro males calling themselves brother, stalking Moorish women, and their females encouraging them. I have never, ever, in fact, I remember still as a threat and as a caution, Moors have made up stories about the so-called brother. Like, we're going to give it to the brother. Like, because they know it's an animal. You better do right. We're going to give you to the brother. That's the cautionary that Moors have in their proper status and their righteous state of mind about African American, unnatural, unclean, abomination spirits. And so what they didn't say is about that which is Hispanic. Because they're the same. They're the unclean, unnatural, they're the same. So I am thankful and grateful in reference to an unclean spirit to be able to bring truth about both Islam. I have never heard of a Moorish man stalking, begging a Mexican, those from South and Central America females, to marry them or be their friend ever. Or they could be another form of a mongoloid ever, that are in Moorish men that are in their proper status, or females, women. I have never heard of such things. So that lets you know a lot. Islam. That tells you a lot. So, make a long story short, there's still also Hispanic accents around the room, sound like the black, Negro, male, and female begging. Like I hear them say military, a lot of times I've heard them say military. We paid, brother, she love your son, stay. He loves peace, they gone, dirty Moors, and so forth. So when you're dealing with animals, it's like, they're like, he don't want you, so automatically we should be able to be with you. So what's going to happen is, when these animals go overseas, when they overseas in foreign lands, and people know that they animals, that's what I want to see. When they go overseas and they know, the inhabitants of where they go to know that they are animals. I would like to see how things turn out. So imagine you're on your country, in your country, and you know an animal, not only just an animal, but a disease, virus-filled abomination animal that's known to rape, molest, and do many crimes of harm. You see it on your landmass. The spirits of Allah are great. Anyway, so this is why I keep giving testimony, because I don't know what kind of technology it takes for someone can talk so close to the room where I can actually record and hear feedback. So predominantly, once again, and I'm not accusing everybody from South and Central America, Mexico, but this is what is around in Annapolis, or those that could be from Pakistan or other Mongoloid. Sometimes pale skin, I'm looking at pale skin now, hear them say Burger King, the accent, not accusing Burger King. So I'm not accusing all pale skin, so African American, whatever. So I'm thankful. I'm not accusing all African American being unclean, and on the black Negro, all of them being unclean. And so I'm not. So I'm thankful to be in Annapolis and being able to speak truth. I am so thankful and grateful to be in Annapolis and being able to speak truth. Because I tell you what, I think there's going to be a time when we hear about people going overseas and they find out something's going to happen, and they're going to be like, why these foreigners behave this way? But then when they look at the history of that person and see that they were doing crimes where they come from, wherever they come from, then it makes sense. When the foreigners do background checks, or those that are paying attention, and they say they see an animal come to their landmass, not only just an animal, but known to be diseased and full of viruses, and they known to behave like an animal. Islam, rape, molest, and so forth. So let's see, how many minutes do I have? I have 9 minutes in the video, so I'm gonna make this short today. As soon as I walked in and started counting, the jaw started to experience 4 sharp pains. 4 sharp pains. Let me see. Definitely, my genitals were being attacked spiritually. I don't know who's doing it. I'm not accusing anyone. Predominantly around my ear, my head, for over an hour. My ankle, I felt 4 sharp pains. Up under here where my heart is, or my chest here, I felt a 4 sharp pain as a Moorish American. I'm not able to send 4 sharp pains, but because I don't have a code to do so, I don't have the telepathic code. But if I did have the telepathic code, why would I? Unless I'm trying to make someone sick for a hospital, for the medical centers. So if I'm working for a hospital that's controlled by banks, that's controlled by corrupt banks and the pharmaceutical companies that literally create and maintain sickness. These are corrupt pharmaceutical companies. They create and maintain sickness in a population so that they can make a profit. Then I would be one of the ones that would be sitting 4 sharp pains and trying to cause sickness. And so once again, I'm not accusing anyone because I don't know where they're coming from, but I'm giving testimony. As for my work duties, let's see, at the dining room, I swept, I mopped, cleaned the tables. I went out there twice a day, refilled the ice once in the dining room, refilled the napkins, the lids, excuse me, Allah, changed the trash. I might not have said that yesterday, but I usually do that when it's full. Went to the bathrooms, I mopped and swept. I sanitized the baby changer, whatever that is. I think it's called a device or changer device. I sanitized that. And the doorknobs in the bathroom, the doorknobs that goes in the kitchen. What else did I do? Thomas asked me to clean the pole in the front, on the front line, where he see a lot of the children or kids put their feet on, or customers put their feet on. I did. Then the front line, I cleaned the shake spinner. Also, I changed the water in the dining room. I used a blue broom, blue mop in the dining room. Changed the water in the dining room, blue bucket, blue towel. The kitchen, I changed the water there, cleaned the shake spinner, kept the front counter sanitized as much as possible, refilled the ketchup, the straws, and took orders, suggested sold, and they expedited the food. So that was pretty much what I did today. Islam. I want to show you something. At the same time, because my at the same time, I go to earn money almost every single morning now. This is where people in Annapolis can buy marijuana with a doctor's excuse. So they're setting up. I don't know what that is. I guess it's the setup for when it gets dark. They probably stay open. So there's a black male. At the same time, you want to come out. Either he's setting up or he's putting something out there. I'm not sure. But this is where, with a doctor's excuse, medicinal marijuana building, or where they could supposedly purchase marijuana for medicinal purposes. So And there's nothing wrong. I see nothing wrong with smoking marijuana. I just don't do it. So, if I was to smoke marijuana, I would grow it in my backyard with my own hands, with my own dirt. Everything, I would know exactly what's in it. That's me. I'm not saying anything is in theirs, in the medicinal. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, I would have grown my own marijuana. I would not go nowhere and purchase it. I would just get it from my backyard. Anyway, but I don't smoke it, so, and I don't drink. And not that I don't. It's just, maybe, especially if it's legalized, I would smoke it when I grow it in my backyard, or if I want to right now, I can get me a bottle of wine, but I choose not to. Haven't had wine since 2014. So that's a long time, right? So anyway, 2014, haven't had alcohol beverage since the year 2014. So anyway, so what else? I felt, like I said, sharp pains around my ear and my cranium. So whoever's sending it for sharp pains is interesting. I don't know who's doing it, but it's definitely being done by unclean spirits. And once again, there's still black Negro accents around the room begging, saying brother like an animal, and saying she love your son like an animal, not like as an animal. Sound like a rabid dog. Islam. All right. It is February the 2nd, 2022.